Welcome back. Welcome back to Trading Maze. Give me a second. Welcome back to Trading Maze. Today is 9th of September. It's been some time before we've been live. It's because gold was in investing phase. We've talked about this before, even before that, gold will going to all-time highs, and it will just gets gets buying levels tapped. So So what happened with gold? Why we didn't trade? I hold it. I didn't trade anything because see, I'll tell you why. Let me share my screen and we discussed this before, even before that we shouldn't be buying. We should be selling or looking for any selling trades at this. We've talked about this and it is here now. I don't know how many of you bought after this breakout. I've been holding from 3325 from here. I'm still holding. My target is 3750. This would be my target. It's a pretty good target, I think. I'm up 3,000 bits, more than 3,000 bits, 3,500 or some bits. So yeah. So I guess that was the biggest trade I've ever done, and I'm still holding that. Booking a little bit quantity. I booked a little bit quantity at 3,500, a little bit 3,600, and I will book my whole quantity at 3,750, which I think will reach in a couple of days, right? Because this is, as I told you, investing phase. There is no, this is daily candles. There's no, except this candle, which 4th September. There's no indication of it going down. I think that's because of DX5. Let's see the 4th September one. Yeah, this one. It's a small red green candle, but it was enough to make gold move a little bit down. But it's just a little bit. It didn't matter to it. I mean, I was hoping. Yeah, I knew when all-time highs, we already have our strategies, right? All-time highs where we all we should buy at the intermediate levels. That is a strategy, and I guess that worked out pretty well for you. Let me show you. This is the trend continuation, if you can see. This is all trend continuation. And we have expected this move. We expected this move, and it happened. And you can see whichever this is one of 4th September fall. This is because of the DXY and also because of some trend lines. The trend lines for testing, intermediates are buying. All this we've discussed this and it happened. But I still tell you that hold this. And here, I think we just missed a trade. I think this is a 50% level. I think. Yes. Yep, that's a 50% level. Right. So, yeah, Fibonacci is working out. Market structure is working out a little bit. Trend lines a little bit here and there, but all towards buys only. No selling. Selling, I couldn't have predicted this one. 75 selling, I couldn't have predicted because what to predict, right? But this is a good selling actually. Actually, this can give a double top and it could fall a little bit, yeah, to these levels. 60% is at a very good level. That is why we are seeing some degradation here. But I don't think that will hold for a very long time because 750 is what we want to see, and that will happen. And here, let's do a market structure selling if you want. I probably think that should matter. And I think the 1 hour time frame, if you can see the 1 hour time frame, it pretty much tells you what's happening on its entirety, right? So every candle is about 100 pips, moving very fast towards the upside direction. And as we can see, 50% as it tapped 627 to 649. That's 250 pip trade right here, right? So working out, it's working out. It should, this should be, this trade should have been done. And it's a pretty easy trade, trust me. It was very fast, as you can see. Do we have any news today? 12, 20, 45. And remember, if any fall comes, it will be when there is a high impact news because all the liquidity will be taken at that time. And tomorrow we have PPI, which is lesser, which makes gold go up. But if any changes in this, if the data comes to be zero point 0.4 instead of zero point 0.3, we can see a downside move because gold has increased a lot in the previous days. It could give faster moves, and it will be very fast that we couldn't even catch that, right? So that could happen. Um, so that this is the best buying you could have done, and this buying could go to 660. 660 would be my level of yeah, my profit target. 658 around this. 300 pips. Easy 300 pips, no? And you don't even need to have anything because it tapped and went. It took this liquidity, it went. That's a very, very good trade. Very amazing trade, this one. Yeah, you can see some trend lines working out a little bit. Mm, so I think we'll have a double top. If we have a double top, tomorrow we can see some selling. But selling pay, don't concentrate. Concentrate on buying. Buying from any levels, intermediate levels. If it's a good level, please do buy. Don't hesitate. See, even this level is working out. It's what? It's very 4 hour time ka just high test and it went away. That is how fast the buyers are. So don't underestimate buying. Even see, you don't have to because it's up 3,000 pips in past few days, past 2 weeks, I think. Past 2 weeks, it's up 3,000 pips, and there was no selling ka indication at all. Even here, it's testing in this high, right? So concentrate on buying. That's what I can say. Tell you. See this trade going well, 300 pips easily captured. Can be easily captured, right? So don't miss those trades. That is my advice. But overall pay, if you can see, this is the investors bull run. And after that, after it reaching a certain point like 750, I think 750 would be a good level. After 750, we can see a downside move from where there can be a lot of trades that can be made for us. Right. So higher time frames for gold, as I told you, gold is fundamentally always bullish. It's been showing this is the fundamentality of gold right now. Technicals are technicals are a little bit useless at this phase of gold because what can I say? I mean, technicals you can use, but it's not that good. It's just intermediate buying. Anything if it's anything is there about technicals is in intermediate buying. But about the fundamentals, you can buy anywhere. That is what fundamentals are, So a lot of people are, yeah, a lot of people are going with the fundamentals. Hmm. You should actually uh, go through the charts. How all-time high buying, we already know what will happen. Let's do 4 hour analysis, a quick 4 hour analysis. Right. Let me remove this. Here. Okay. Hmm. It's saying why I was telling you this level could be the one. The 60% level is 60% level is coming here, which is 411 ka high. There is a 411 ka high there. So, and 50% is at 450, which is a good level. So, with that in mind, I think that's a great level to fall from. But as I told you, we need a great news for USD, DXY to go up so that, see, even though DXY are up today 22%, gold is just dancing around a little bit, right? It's not falling like crazy, and that is just what it is. No, gold when it's in the bullish phase, we observed it. I think last year's fourth quarter, right? Last year's fourth quarter. This was the same thing with that. Matlab, it was very fast, but it was seeing some selling levels. That was there, but now it will. I'll show you in here only where that this phase. Right? The this year's first quarter and last year's last quarter. About the same, no? This is how it's looking like, right? But it's like a trend, it's following a trend line, it's retesting some highs. But here now the phase we are currently in, it's not doing that. I mean it's going from intermediate high only. So that's a little bit difficult for the sellers. For the buyers, for the investing buyers, I don't think it's a problem. But a lot of scalping can be done. A lot of scalping trades of 100 to 200 pips easily can be done at this amount of volume that we have. So keep that in mind. And yeah, 4 hour pay, let's do the analysis. What trades we could have taken for very less thing from here, uh, 27, say. Very less we can take from here. I'll go candle by candle for you. There is this selling that happened 378 there. Then it went up a little bit. There's a lot of selling here, right? A lot of selling levels. So it formed a lot of selling candles of 4 hours. One day also it would have formed a candle here. Then as fast as it broke out, I think the best level to buy from in the 4 hour would be this one. After this, sorry, after this one. Because after this, all the market structure has been finished except this one, this market structure, which went up to lift to this one, which is 384 level. I think it's a 50% level. As you can see, it's a 50% level. It's a perfectly 50% level. It tested that, and there is an order block there. This would be my ideal buy for the breakout. For the breakout, it will be my ideal buy. Or even after this, we have a little test here, but it didn't test this one. It didn't test this order block clearly. It formed this candle and then it went up. That is another indication. I mean, from after this point, now 415 ka point, there is a selling here. There should have been a selling here, but we didn't quite see it because it's very bullish. Gold was very bullish at this phase. I think the DXY was falling as well. 29th August, 6:30. What happened there? Mm, 29th August. I think that's the candle. Fell a lot, as you can see. 6:30, 4:30. 6:30, what is it? 60, okay. Yes, around that only because it's different time frames. It's the 4 hour is starting at 4:30 over there. For us, it's starting at 6:30. So that buffer is covered here. So that is what I'm trying to say. So after this, it's quite clear that it's going to go up only because see, it has it has closed above this level, this 4 hour candle, which tells us that change of character has happened and everything has happened, and it seems like a breakout, right? Everything else, the selling levels are reached except except 450 wala, right? 450 wala. There could be a selling from there, or there could be a breakout, right? So what happened is we had a breakout. I mean, this was already expected because 3,500, 2, 3, 4, well, 4 times it tested along the same levels. Now when it came back, it has nothing to worry about because it has a very good momentum and now it wants to go up, it can. And it has seen from this trend line also, see trend line also working very well. Closed above this, tested this trend line and went up. A lot of breakout trades could have been taken from this, and that is why I hold it. I hold it and it's up 3,500 pips around that. In It's a generation run actually, right? So gold could go to 4,000. There is a possibility that it will go to 4,000. So in the past 2 years, it has doubled its. If it goes to 4,000, in the past 2 years, gold has doubled its value, which is good for foundational traders and which is good for us even because the fundamental bullishness, you can capture a lot of things from there. See this trend line, how it worked out pretty well, right? So yeah, a lot of things you have to understand, but overall, pay it's just a fundamentality of gold. We have a lot of levels, lot of buying levels, lot of selling levels, a lot of levels to be tapped. They do, then yeah, a lot of pips can be captured. I mean, the way gold is going up right now, if it turns into selling mode, if it turns into selling mode, it will be very fast. We've discussed this, it will be very fast. And then when it comes back up, it will be very slow, but it will give us a lot of trades. So don't worry about it. We will capture a lot of trades. Nothing to worry about on that part. Mm, so, yeah, that is the trade as I told you. From 400 you could have bought, right? After this, even after this, and this is the last selling level, as I told you, 450 the last selling level. After that, there is only wick for 500. There's nothing else. So after this candle and this continuation, I think around 450 you should have bought something, right? Uh, then came 500. 500 pay, definitely selling expected. I'll at least red candle is expected. So what it did was it took liquidity above 500, 508, went to 508, then it fell down. 500 say it's expected, everybody is expecting it to sell, and 3,500 is a good level. What it did not do, it did not do selling from 3,500, except it went to 508 and went to selling from there. So it could have folded, but that 80 pips is a lot. So should have had confirmations, and they should have, actually at this point we have a 50-minute confirmation engulfing candle that this 3,500 to 470, yeah, 480 could have been captured. The two 300, around 300 pips. That could have been captured as selling point of view, but buying pay, we couldn't, we could, we could say from here, it could go up because it's an intermediate buying level, right? This is a intermediate order block, two order blocks at the same level. So intermediate order blocks, so you can expect it to go up, but there is good order blocks here as well. So I would have waited, but as I told you, intermediate levels worked very perfectly, and it did, and it went up. So from that, I think this is a 50%. This trade I took, I holded it for a very good time. This one I hold it, yeah, 60% ka level. So pretty easy trade this one. 50%. You could have bought from 50% also, but how much? 25 to, well, 100 pips, more than 100 pips you should have given. So when it comes to this, I mean, here also, it's a risky trade. Matlab, you have to wait for it. You have to wait for it to give you some confirmation, but it will be very fast. When you get the confirmation, just buy it. But as I told you, 50 to 60% works pretty well when it's in a bullish world. So you shouldn't worry about that. Because even if you're in a loss of $1,000, $22,000, it doesn't matter because you're gonna go back up because 50, Fibonacci 50%, 60% level is a very attainable and followed by the every market or by gold markets least. And so this selling as we this is a what trend line is this? This is some trend line we've drawn. Could be a pricing trend line, or it's a very small trend line actually. I would not have believed that to happen. Yeah, it's nothing. Actually, it's nothing. And there is some other levels also here. Probably 50% forming at a good level. That is why we have this. Or at least we shouldn't have this. 580. There's some level there. Could be Fibonacci ka level at good prospects. I'm trying to see where it is. So 50% here, 415 could be the reason, but 60% here at 375, 370 can be a bit more reason. Mm, I'm unsure of that. Maybe because of DXY this happened. Right. Anyway, we were not into selling, we just want to buy, and this is the buying trade. And this trade, 511, say 580 tak, 700 pips, guys. See how much risk to reward are you getting. Your sniper, if you're doing a sniper trade here, could have made 700 pips easily, right? I mean, I would have hold it till 600, yes, because all-time highs I always wanna buy, and 600 we have a little bit of red candle there, and intermediate high checking, and then went off. So that's a little bit risky, intermediate ska. But Fibonacci, I don't want you to think that it's a risky level. This 800, 870 pips would have been captured very easily with low risk. No risk, almost no risk. What risk do you have here? Because it could go up to here 500, which is a better level. So this buying, 512 ka buying, you could have done with even 10 lots and hold it till 500 also, because 500 is a good level now. This is the best buying that you could have done. So keep that in mind. See, 120 pips ka SL hai mera. Do what? You know that it will go up, na? That is the best trade. I mean, it didn't go to 500. As as I told you, Fibonacci is greater. So yeah, I mean that's the best trade you could have done. I mean, you would have quoted to 600. 750 is baat ka baat hai, right? 600 was a little bit scary as well. So that is why 600. I booked around here only 580. Yeah, sometimes holding is a little bit difficult. From there, this test is I think daily ka test hoga, right? That test. Then we have what till here. This I told you is 60% is forming at a good level. So there could be a possibility of selling. Could be, but I'm interested in buying only. Okay. So this trade I think would be done in few hundred pips, 100 pips, right? It's very easy, man. It's very easy to trade at higher times, higher highs, all-time highs. ATH buying we've done in the first quarter. How many pips we captured, right? So as gold go up, the pips ka range also goes up, right? It's basic math. So when 2000 when gold was $2,000, uh, then uh, then what happened? Then one lot used to be a very lot of amount, but now one lot is not a very lot of amount, but the same risk to reward ratio, same profit you're getting, but it's not a lot of risk right now. Then then it was when we were doing a 2000 level gap. But it's lot more volatile right now, so that cancels out the risk that you're talking about. So that's all, guys. I mean, this order block should be satisfied now, and right, this order block should be satisfied now. And what is happening? Still no green has formed, right? So still no green is there. So if this is a green candle, then it's satisfied. Now it can go down. And I think I'm expecting a little bit downside movement because the wick is very high, and the wick wasn't that much high. This one, the wick wasn't much high. So I would expect a little bit of selling from here until I think 600. 600 say we should buy. Any other buying levels, I think 60% because 616 would be a good level to buy. But yeah, 600 would be best level. And after this liquidity ka sweep, we can have a buying there. We can have a buying there. And 3561 would be a good level. Lot of levels, man. Lot of levels. We can play around with these levels, basically. And it would be very good for us. Okay. I mean, what can I say? What more can I say? Right. In lower time frames, we can have a lot of trades, but overall pay, I will say we use higher time frames only because this liquidity happened in 50% test. This is a good level of buying. I mean, it can go here or at least here. If you want to sell, this is the highest level, I mean, maximum you can sell from. I mean, you can sell from here, but I don't know if it would go down or not because it's in bullish nature. But here, I think you will have at least 100 pips. 100 pips fall, you can see a little bit here. That I can tell you. So some things are constant, some things are not changing that bit, that much. But if you see, it's difficult for us to plot some of the trades. Not all of the trades, but some of the trades, yes. This is the trade I was talking about. Versus this was not the trade. This is another trade. Uh, why did I have this trade? Okay, this is the order blocker trade. This is the order blocker trade. And yeah, expecting breakout, not a good level. 346, 347, not a good level. Even though if you expected selling 350, 550 would be the level of selling. So yeah, this is perfect order block and intermediate buying to levels. Right? So that is how you should understand it. This selling wasn't expecting this selling, as I told you. What happened is it gave us what it gave. It gave a engulfing candle. It gave us the indication something is going to happen, and that happened, right? So after that, this became a breaker block now, right? This level became a breaker block. So when it comes back to this level, it's crazy enough for us to buy. Of course, I'll buy, right? How much level at 52 to 60? A lot of pips because uh, there's a lot of range here. So if you're doing it one lot, you should decrease your quantity by depending upon the risk. If I am giving 50 to 60 pips, before I used to give 30 to 40 pips, now it would be 60, 70 pips, right? So for that you should have that T pips ka buffer. I mean ratio of it. Like if you're doing it in 1 kilometer, one one lot, it should be around 0.5 lot for you or 0.6. Right? Decrease the risk because we're here to make money, not lose money, right? So if SLs are high and you are getting out of there, that's a little bit concerning, right? Give me a minute, I'll be back. Just give me a minute. Uh, yeah, welcome back. Little network issue. Like, mind screen, I guess. So yeah, that is the one I'm saying. Telling you that intermediate buying always works out, and yeah, there are a lot of levels there. As I told you, the level, the best level would be this one, but intermediate buying tells us to buy from 600 only. So here we should have a buying level. Could be till here, 200. Let's go into higher time frames and check. If I think, yeah, this should work out. According to higher time frames, that should work out. Intermediate level buying, 600 level, yes, this should be fine. 600, say you can buy. And reward will be 40, 400, 430 pips. Risk is 70 pips. We should give it that much. At least we should give it that much. It's a mandatory one now. This is another trade, and here this trade I would expect this to go on for a little bit longer than so we can have more than 500 pips from this trade. All goes well. Okay. So yeah, those are the trades I'm expecting. And the selling, if I want to expect any selling, it would be here 68. And if you want to sell, if definitely want to sell, I would recommend you sell after liquidity sweep and 675 is reached. 675 is not yet reached. You can have a double bottom, double top, taking this liquidity. Unusual. I mean, it might not happen, but from here only we can have a bit of selling. But if it happens, then yeah, that would be great for us. Market structure, all. Let's all of that be seen as a intermediate buying only. Don't ever go to selling way because even after double top, we should have a clear indication of it falling. Then only we'll trade. Then only we'll trade if it comes back to the fair value gap cover or something like that. Right. So before that, let's not do it. These are the levels. A lot of levels uh, towards the downside. Liquidity at here. A lot of trades, man. I mean, it will happen. It's going to be crazy quarter this uh, third quarter, and the fourth quarter is going to start. That also will be great for us. And so, but expecting the buying in the fourth quarter as well. A little bit of selling, but a little bit of selling in third quarter to fourth quarter in between them, and then we'll have a clean buying up towards the upside at the end of fourth quarter and the start of the first quarter to maintain the fundamentality to say ki this first percentage of increase we had in gold, investor will definitely will buy or sell at the end of the year. In this case, we will take it as a buy. We will go with buy because last year and before last year also same thing happened. Okay. Yeah, that is all, guys. I mean, the trades are fixed. Intermediate trades, we'll see it after good price action, but now the price action is not that great. As I told you, intermediate guy is a little bit difficult for us to. I mean, it's very easy and difficult at the same time. The risk is very high if you're wrong. So that is why do very less trades, but do all of them in the buying only, so you can hold it out for a long time. Right. So keep that in mind. Okay? With that, we end today's stream. Great working session we had today. And we'll come back tomorrow with the same motivation. And please do like and subscribe to our channel, Trading Maze, in YouTube and as well as Telegram channel, which is in which we post trades as well. And these buying trades and selling trades, I've already posted in the Telegram group if you check it out. So uh, that's it, guys. I mean, the market now is consolidating. Could capture scalps, but I don't want to. It's a little risky, and we don't want to get into that. So overall, we can look for tomorrow. There is a news. So news by I'm expecting selling, right? So if that selling happens, then where to buy from? So I'm not. Don't want to sell, even though I know selling is going to happen. Uh, I want to buy. So for me to buy, these are the levels. These are the levels, the fixed levels. Uh, we'll we'll wait for the levels to be tapped and we'll wait for the confirmations. Then we'll buy from this level. Okay. That's all, guys. Bye bye. Take care. We'll be tomorrow. I'll update you in Telegram whatever's happening. Bye bye. Take care. Trade with Mazin.